Hey guys, new video here. There wasn't a whole lot going on in Lost Ark recently. You know, most people have just been doing their dailies, preparing for Voltan, which hopefully comes out early May and not May 30th, because that's technically still May. And I've done about like 5 out of the 12 of my South Vern quest lines. I have 2 characters I need to manually level from 1 to 50, as I'm out of knowledge transfers. And I'm desperately hoping that Amazon, maybe with the Destroyer release, starts selling some of those soon in the shop. You know, I would honestly pay like maybe $100 for a level boost on each character right now, because leveling sucks, man. It's not only like really boring, but that's like 10 hours on each character that is taken away from all the other fun activities in the game, right? That you can't do because you have to level. So I'll also post a clip here of some of the card packs that I've been collecting in my roster storage. Not all of these are from just the South Vern, but a lot of them are. Some of them from Mari's. But you know, this is only 4 characters worth. And so, no, sorry, 4 or 5 characters worth. And by the end of it, we will have a lot of cards. I'll do a large opening all at once when I'm done with it. And that should be super fun. The subreddit overall has been finding a lot of amazing content as usual. You know, everyone's just like kind of busy playing their new characters and like pogging out over the new Arc Pass rewards and like the Express event reward. It's so good. You know, people are getting from tier 1 to tier 3 in like a day or 2, you know, because of these rewards. And really there's been nothing for people to get mad about, which honestly is a little bit boring, right? But it does feel good to see like most people enjoying themselves. I know I have. Everyone in my chat's been having a lot of fun. And I personally started a Soul Fist, which is, she's currently like level 24 or something. So it's going to take a while, but I'm going to have her as my main alt soon, because I'm kind of doing this thing where I want to play all the so-called bad classes, right? The bad meta, non-meta classes, non-flavor of the month classes at the highest levels of content that are out in our version of the game. Just kind of show people that you can play whatever the hell you want as long as you're having fun, right? Every class is viable at endgame, because like one thing that's kind of like bothering me a little bit is that there's still, after 2.5 months, there's still an immense level of pressure, right? That so many players are putting on themselves here in the West, right? Whether it's to follow the Korean meta that we might not get for 3 years, or to try to squeeze out every 0.1% of efficiency out of their damages, out of their gold earning, to the fact where like to the point where like it doesn't seem fun anymore, right? It seems like people are just like overly worried and stressed out about the game instead of just playing the game, right? So the levels of FOMO are still an all-time high about nearly everything. And I really hope that dies down soon, because you know, you're playing a game to relieve stress, right? Not to like stress yourself out over trying to like possibly making bad decisions based on a version of the game that we don't even have yet, right? But let's forget about all that, and let's look at some images from Reddit that I found very interesting today. These are courtesy of a lot of our Reddit users putting together like artwork. There's like nice memes and stuff. I'll just show some of my favorite ones, okay? The title of these like YouTube videos is like I Lost Ark, right? So I guess I'm somewhat of a coomer, so I'm going to show you this first, this Belshazzar image. This is Belshazzar if she had pupils, right? Because in the game, she's kind of got those blacked out, like, you know, like grudge-looking eyes, kind of scary, right? So, you know, for a while, I thought that Nineveh was like best girl, right? And she still is pretty good. But then after seeing this, the first thing I thought was that like I kind of wanted this Belshazzar to kind of like tie me up and like spit in my mouth, right? So you've learned something about me. If you've been to South Vern, you also know that there's a new waifu that's kind of out. She starts with a purple quest in like one of the taverns of Vern. You can go check her out. And I forgot her name already, but she looks pretty cool. And there are some nice screenshots here that are taken out of the cutscenes that you'll eventually have if you pursue the rapport levels with her, right? Honestly, like, after seeing like images like this and stuff and seeing some of the characters in the game, I hope that they do make some third-party content, you know, some fan-made content, maybe some CGI, maybe a little bit deepfakes of videos that I've seen in other games, such as like, let's just say Overwatch, for example, and League of Legends, you know, if you know what I'm saying, as I have a friend that might enjoy some of those, okay? But other than that, you know, a little bonus image here, but I don't have anything really else to add from the blue tracker, which is like the dev tracker. Nothing of note. I've been checking out the community manager posts and stuff, but nothing that we need to really be concerned about. You know, community managers are doing a great job, in my opinion, and I'm sure they'll keep us up to date, as they know that like the lines of communication are very, very important to all the players of Lost Ark right now. So on some maybe some helpful stuff, right? Usually these videos are just like me shooting the shit about whatever I want, but there's a few things I'd like to get out there because some people might not know. If this helps even like, you know, 1 or 2 people, then that'd be fantastic. I guess, like, you know, if you've gotten to this point of the video and any of these things help you, you need to like, comment, and subscribe to the video. So the first thing I want to talk about is the Wandering Merchants website. Okay. Let's talk about this new resource that everyone's been using. I use it now instead of the Discord. I recommend you guys bookmark it and probably have it always open if that doesn't like annoy you or anything. So the site is kind of like the Discord bot that you might be used to. I actually made a video about it earlier. It notifies you of like items in the vendors. It notifies you when they spawn, where they spawn, all this stuff in a much better interface, right? And everything's like condensed. You have like these timers and stuff. And if you just mouse over the location, it will show you where in that zone the vendor is, right? Very easy to see with a little red circle. There's also a nice like voting system and like thumbs down, thumbs up, kind of like just how Reddit works. And so it's very hard for people to troll. Like if there's a fake way notification, it pops up. And it's almost instantly downloaded by a bunch of people who have Bifrost in that area, right? So it makes it really easy to find important things like, you know, legendary rapport, any cards you might need for your sets, right? Important cards, if you're like super new to this, you have no idea what this is, that you need to look out for. I would recommend, if you're a noob, you track things like first Cian and Saria. These are blue cards, which are really easy to fully awaken within a week or two if you're on top of it, and they're really cheap. And after that, you're looking for things like Mocha Mocha, you're looking for Madnik, for your Force of Giants and your We'll Meet Again sets. Then of course, you know, Way, that's the big one that when you, you know, when you go on a liner for a city, it's almost never full. You're the only one there. When a Way spawns, every liner in every city that you go to, except for the, I guess the target city, will be full of like 50 people. It's insane. It's a big event. It kind of looks like a hunt train from Final Fantasy 14 with like 50 people show up on mounts and they're all going to the same place, right? Really fun community event. So make sure you try to get your ways. Other than that, I guess honorable mentions, you can look at, if you want to sweat super hard, you can go for things like Kaiser, right? It's like a purple card for the Romanticist set and things like that. Or you can go for like any set that's part of a set that has % damage to demons, things like Thar and people like that, because that's like super late game. You'll get an advantage there. But, you know, for the most part, just stick to the basics and your early game sets before you get your min-max, right? Also, here is a notification window where you can enable and disable the sounds, right? So what I've heard that some people do is when they go to bed, they'll turn off every notification except for Way, right? Only if a Way has spawned will it ping them on the desktop, right? And it does have a very nice notification center. It'll pop a little notification at the bottom right of your screen with a nice little sound. And they crank that volume to the max so they can be woken up by their computer so they don't miss it, okay? Next, I'll talk about some things that, like, you know, I've learned in Lost Ark that I thought were like kind of cool, that maybe some it'll help some noobs. So first, there is a nice feature where if you open up your quest journal, in the top left you're gonna see a checkbox, and if you hit that checkbox, you can see every quest on every one of your characters, right? If you mouse over the grayed out ones, you're also gonna see like who has that quest. So you'll see that, like, you know, this quest is accepted on some character, and this is the character. Okay, I remember this is important for me because you know how like I've been playing the game like 16 hours a day? Well, like a month or two into the game, there was a Naruni race event that spawned, right? And you can't participate in the Naruni race on any character except for the one that has accepted the quest. So I had accepted the quest in the beginning of the day with the goal of doing the race later in the day. And then I forgot which character is on. So I was like logging out and logging into like 12 characters and dealing with all those loading screens just for someone to tell me, hey, if you just hit that checkbox, you can see where the Naruni quest event is on which character. And I was like, oh, wow, that was saving like 20 minutes, right? So this is pretty helpful if you have things like maybe some characters that you were logged in on have different rapport quests. Maybe some characters have different ship quests. Maybe some characters have different roster quests that you were looking forward to doing, right? So it's very nice to help you track that. Another thing I'm pretty happy about that slipped under the radar in this last patch, a little quality of life feature where you can organize your skill tab. So before, you know, by default, if you scroll down, you know, there's a bunch of these skills that you never use on your build, right? They just stay at level 1 and they're like kind of clogged up in between the skills you actually do use. Kind of messy, right? Seeing you can't really see like which all at once, which skills have runes or points invested in them. Well, now if you check this box in the top left of the skill panel, it condenses it so that all the skills that you've invested points into will be in a row at the very top, right? So now you can see all your runes, all your skill points, all the skills you actually use all at once, right? Makes it very easy to, change your build around, save new presets, all that good stuff, right? Super handy. I'm glad that they added this. It kind of makes me hopeful for the quality of life patch that's going to happen in May, where we might get like almost everything that Korea has, but that might be a little bit too hopeful, right? But maybe. Next little quality of life thing here is the islands and alarms and events window, right? This is just a small thing where something I noticed that a lot of people didn't have is that their alarms were turned on for every event that had multiple stages or multiple item levels. So for example, things like world bosses and rift gates, if you scroll down, you're going to see that there's like 5, 6, whatever of the same event, just like different bosses, different rift gates in different areas, right? It's likely that you only do these on a highest tier most of the time, or you'd only do one of them, right, on one of your characters. If this applies to you, you don't need to show every single one, because you can just see that like these 5 rift gates take up the entire window. So if you just hide the ones that you never do and only show the one that you do end up doing, right? For me, for example, it'd be Moki as the world boss, so I can hide all the other ones like Signatus, Proxima, Magmadon, all these other ones. And the rift gates, I do the Punica, the Star Sand Beach one, so I hide every single one, and that makes it really, really easy for you to scroll around and have much better clarity of the information. Okay, a little note on like islands and stuff like that, because now I'm looking at the island little spawns, is that remember that on weekends, because they fixed the fever event stuff, you can do 2 adventure islands on Saturdays and Sundays, which is really nice, right? You get double rewards and then double chance for like island souls and all that good stuff. So also quick reminder in terms of like timers and stuff, that US West servers, any US West server still has double rift gates and double world boss spawns. Okay, they're available on a 3-hour window after reset on the days that they naturally spawn, so take advantage of that. If you didn't know, in USGs I'm a little bit jealous because we unfortunately lost that exploit until daylight savings reverts. I think it's like October, November, I have no idea, but maybe, once they mess up the servers again with the daylight savings time, then we'll get double boss and double gates every day. So that's kind of like all I want to talk about today. I'm still having a ton of fun in the game. I can't wait for this Voltan release. I think that's going to open up the game quite a bit. I'm still enjoying my daily chores, so to speak. I'm enjoying playing all my characters. I'm kind of relaxed a little bit. I haven't been playing all of my characters all the time because I'm doing a lot of horizontal stuff, getting the leveling out of the way. And yeah, I'm really excited. So anyways, that's the video. Thanks for watching my video, guys. And remember, if you guys want to stop by, ask me any questions, twitch.tv/QTalk_ every evening, and maybe I'll see some of you guys there. Okay, thanks for watching my video, guys. Bye guys. Bye.